There's a moment where you stop asking what went wrong and start realizing that nothing suddenly changed. You just stayed longer than your clarity, not because you didn't see it, but because seeing it meant you'd have to let go. And letting go felt heavier than staying confused. So you waited. You waited for things to feel different. You waited for effort to match words. You waited for consistency to stop feeling like something you were begging for. And while you waited, you told yourself it wasn't that bad, that everyone goes through this, that love isn't supposed to be easy, that patience meant loyalty. But deep down, you knew patience had started to cost you something. You started measuring your words, choosing silence over honesty, downplaying your needs so the connection wouldn't feel threatened. And the hardest part wasn't that they didn't notice, it was that they did, and still didn't change. That's when you begin to feel tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. Not exhausted, not angry, just heavy. Heavy from explaining, heavy from hoping, heavy from carrying emotional weight that was never shared. At some point, you realize you've been showing up as if this mattered more to you. And that realization doesn't explode, it settles quietly. You stop replaying conversations. You stop waiting for clarity. You stop wondering if you asked for too much. Because the answer becomes obvious. It wasn't too much. It was just never going to be met. And accepting that feels like grief, not for the person, but for the future you kept adjusting yourself for. You grieve the version of you that believed consistency was coming, the version that stayed hopeful longer than was fair. And eventually, you stop calling it love. You call it what it was, an attachment to potential, an endurance test you didn't sign up for, a lesson you didn't want but needed. Letting go doesn't make you cold. It doesn't mean you didn't care. It means you stopped abandoning yourself to keep something alive that required you to shrink. Some truths don't arrive loudly. They come when you finally stop waiting for someone else to choose you back and choose yourself without needing applause, closure, or permission.